Let's talk about Bronson MFG. I need a coffee first. As you can tell, I've got a lot of their t-shirts, and I'm a big fan of them. But I realize there's not a lot of reviews on YouTube, and I figured I might as well review them so other people know why I like them. But let's get started. Bronson MFG stands for Bronson Military Field Grade. They started in 2012 to reproduce the classics, as they put it. So what that means is they want to make old military workwear aesthetics in the modern age, but utilizing as old of the methods as possible, as original to the old methods as possible. Doing so requires older machines and things like that, which a lot of other companies do. However, they have to keep the prices so high because they can only make so many at a time. Bronson's able to keep the prices low because, one, they're manufacturing in China, and two, they kind of own the factories that they're working in, as far as I can tell. And so that's why they're able to keep it so low. Right now I'm wearing their Gusset tee. This is a 10.5 ounce Slub cotton, 100% cotton tee. It's a tubular knit. So tubular knit, without getting into the full nitty gritty of it, basically means there are no side seams. It means it's going to last a lot longer and things like that. However, because all of these are unwashed cottons and stuff like that, there is a lot of shrinkage. I'm actually wearing a medium. I wear a medium in almost all of their t-shirts. Let's start off by going over this t-shirt fully. So this is a crew neck style t-shirt. It's got a banded collar. It's got double stitching down here on the sides and on the base seam. There'll be a B-roll here of me walking around with it untucked. So with this, there is a lot of shrinkage, and they say shrinkage may vary depending on the color and whatever dye they used on it, but basically assume you should buy one size bigger. This is a medium, like I said, and now it fits kind of like a small. It's still a little long because I do air dry it to make sure it doesn't shrink too much, you know? This V that you see right here is a gusset to give it added stability. So as you wear the t-shirt longer and longer, it holds its shape for a much longer time. And because it's a slub cotton, you can actually feel the texture. Hopefully it comes across on camera, but the texture of this shirt is really cool. And it is very soft, like it's very nice on the body. Let's move on to their Henley shirt. I actually have their Henley in a couple of different colors. However, in this white color, it came a lot softer starting off than the rest, and I'm guessing that's because it was undyed. The dyed ones do hold a little bit more rigidity, and it does take a bit longer for them to soften up. However, with this one, it softened up almost instantly. It has nice elastic on the ends to keep it in place. Believe it or not, the Henley was actually a rowing shirt 200 years ago. I do like this. It's got fisheye buttons, and it's got 3 buttons. Each one of their Henleys has 3 buttons, and usually they're all fisheyes. Now, believe it or not, this is a 9.7 ounce cotton, which is surprising because I didn't think it was that close to being as thick as this. I guess it's softened up because of the washes and the wear I've done on it. However, it doesn't feel like 9.7, but it is a double cotton yarn, which means it won't pill as much, but there will be some pilling, so keep that in mind. I'm a big fan of this. I do think the dyed colors pill less, and the dyed colors, them holding their structure a lot more because of the coloring in them, makes it so I think they're going to last longer than this one. Finally, the one you guys have probably clicked on this video for, their tubular knit tee. This is probably what made you click on it. This is a Loopwheel tee. It is made on old Tompkins upright rotary knitting machines. That's what it says on their website. I believe in some of them they do use like a newer reproduction of that old machine, but don't quote me on that. I feel like I read that somewhere, but I'm not totally sure on that. So that's an alleged thought. However, you can see right here, there are no side seams, just the sleeve has been stitched on, and the stitching is very well done. It is felt stitching, so it's underneath here, but you can see some stitching on the outside. The edges of the shirt sleeve have been banded down, and the collar itself is very, very banded down, and it's got some ribbing here to keep its structure. I am a big fan of these t-shirts. They do come at 10.5 ounces, which is awesome. That means they are going to be a little bit thicker. However, because of how they've been ring spun, if you wear these in, if you wash them, if you air dry them, they are going to get softer as you wear them, like old vintage t-shirts do. And because of that, they are incredibly comfortable. They are machine washable. I would say still air dry them to keep them in their best condition for longer. And what's really interesting is all of them will either say Bronson MFG right here, but some of the shirts do say non-stock MFG, which is an interesting one. I believe the one I'm wearing actually says that. But yeah, those are the t-shirts I have from Bronson. I'm a big fan of theirs. I hope this helps whoever it does. Also, I'm new to YouTube videos, if you couldn't tell, so please tell me what I can do better. At least constructive criticism. Please don't be mean to me. Otherwise, I hope everyone has a good day.